Get over! I didn't say roll over. Hey everyone, so welcome back to my channel. So first of all, welcome to all my new subscribers. Thanks for subscribing. If you're visiting, welcome. I hope you do subscribe to my channel. So today's video is another story time video. I think I'm gonna start doing all my story time videos on Tuesdays now, so I'm gonna call it Storytime Tuesday. So yeah, actually yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And then you know, votings are between Tuesdays and Saturdays, and then the topic will be revealed on Sunday on what you guys have voted on, and then I will upload the video on a Tuesday. Boom, there we go. That was just a quick announcement. So today's story time video is when a ghost had called me. Not even just called me, like it was just like a whole bunch of stuff happening that day. So if you follow me on any social medias, then you would have known yesterday, which was October 2nd, that yesterday was my mom's death anniversary. My mom passed away in 2011 on October 2nd due to not on the death certificate it said neurotoxin intoxication, which is basically like it's basically like recreational drugs basically, but I'm not going to get into that for real because I really don't want to talk about that. Unless you guys want to know the story behind my mom's death, then you guys can tell me and then I'll talk about it. But anywho, so basically the story time is about when her ghost had called me the day of her funeral. So the morning, well, let's start like the night before. So like the night before, who's texting me? That's gonna have to wait. So the night before, my aunt and my cousin took me and my little sister to go get our hair done for the funeral for the next morning. At that time my hair was relaxed and my hair was about right here. That was before I had cut it again. Yeah, so my hair was about at the top of my boobs, but like I haven't had a relaxer in a while. Like I think I was maybe 6 months post relaxer, and so they was going to give me a rolling set, and I told them, you know, the rolling set is not going to work because my ends needed to be clipped, and I'm like 6 months post relaxer, so like the rolling set's not going to come out right. But the place we was going to, it only charged about like $10 or like $15 for like a rolling set because it was a school. So like they didn't really care if it came out right or not, so whatever. So yeah, so then the next morning when I had you know, like unwrapped my hair from the rolling set, my hair was like a complete mess. And so my best friend, she was on her way to my house and she saw that my hair had looked a mess, so like she was trying to straighten my hair so my hair could look somewhat decent for the service. And as what are you doing? As she was doing my hair for the service, in my bathroom, it was like, so you know how like bathrooms have like the railing for like the curtains and stuff. So like we had like a foot towel like over the railing, and so like me and her, like we was just talking about my mom and stuff like that, and then like the towel just like it fell like super hard on the floor. And so I was just like, what the fuck, like what's going on? Because my mother had passed away in my house, so I think her presence was still there during the day that we were supposed to bury her. So the towel fell and we didn't really think that much of it. Well, we did, like we was just like, oh well, that's my mom trying to signal us to do something or whatever, or to try to tell us something or whatever. And so she just went on ahead and kept straightening my hair. We had closed my mother's room door because we didn't want anyone like going through her stuff during the day of the service. Because we was having family members coming in and out my house, and so I didn't want no one to go in her room at all. And so her room door was shut. So like I was saying, my best friend, she was doing my hair and stuff. Next thing we knew, we heard the door open in my mom's room. So like I thought it was my dog that I had back at home, and it wasn't him, and it was none of my sisters because everyone was out in the living room. And so my best friend went to go check, and she was like, okay, well, no one's in the room. And so like we was asking everybody who went in mom's room because we don't want no one in there, and everyone was like, no one went in there. And I was just like, okay, that's really weird too. So then after she done doing my hair, we all got into the limo, and then we went to her service. And the service was really beautiful. It was really sad because I talked as well, and I was like basically not explaining what happened, but like I was just explaining the relationship that me and my mother had. And then after the service, we went to her grave site, and she's buried next to her parents and, well, my grandparents. So she's buried right next to her parents. So after the actual funeral service, we all went back to my aunt's house to have like a little gathering. What is that gathering called? What is it? After pass? Whatever the gathering is called after the funeral. My aunt had that. But like I really didn't want to be around my friends. Well, not my friends. I really didn't want to be around my family because like I didn't want to keep hearing, oh, your mom was a good person, and your mom loved you and your sisters and whoop whoop. Like I wasn't just trying to hear that all day. So me, my best friend, my female best friend, Jalen, and then my other best friend, Dimitri, we just left because I didn't want to be there. And so like as we were leaving, my mother, she had 2 cell phones. She had like one of those track phones, and then she had a phone that my dad had gave her when he was hoping like pay her phone bill and stuff. And so I one of the phones I had saved as mom, and then the other phone I saved as home. And so and the home phone was the track phone, but that phone was off previously for a couple weeks because she had never added any more minutes to the phone or whatever. And so me and my best friends, we were leaving, and as we were leaving, my phone was ringing. And so when I looked at the phone, it said home, and I was just like, okay, that's weird. And then my friend was like, what's wrong? And I was like, my mom's phone is calling me, but like the phone is off, so I'm not sure if someone had added any more minutes to the phone. So I told them to just hang outside real quick, and I went back inside to go talk to my dad. And I was like, did you add any minutes to mom's phone? And he was like, no. Why? And I was just like, well, because her number keep calling me. And so he thought I was lying. And so like I showed him like my call log, and I showed him that the number had called me twice. And so he was like, I don't know, maybe one of your sisters did it, or probably my mom's best friend had did it. So I asked my sisters, and they said no. And then I asked my mom's best friend, and she said no, she didn't do it. And I was like, okay, well, I'm about to just leave because I don't want to be here anymore. So then I left out my aunt's house again, and then as I was leaving my aunt's house, my phone rings again, and it was my mom's phone again. And I was just like, okay, well, let me try to answer it and see if like someone is playing like some type of joke on me. And so like I answer it, and like I didn't hear anything. Like, well, I heard something, but like it wasn't like a voice or anything. It was like more like a noise. So like it was like more like heavy breathing. And at this point I wasn't around my best friends. Like I was literally, because my aunt and where I live at, we live in like condominiums. So like I was like walking out of her condo, but walking down out of the building door. And so like I just heard like some type of heavy breathing or something, and like I just kept saying hello, hello. And then like after I said like my last hello, the phone had hung up. And I was just like, okay, nah, like fuck this. Let me let me try to call it back and see what happens. And then when I call it back, like it just went to like the little message when you like when it says like when the person don't have any more minutes on his phone, it'd be like, sorry, this person is out of minutes or is not in service or whatever. Please try again. And I was just like, bro, like this phone just called me. And so I tried to call it one more time before I went back outside to my friends. And then it still went straight to voicemail and said the same message. And I was just like, okay, well, whatever. And so I go outside and I told my best friends what happened. And they was just like, oh, well, maybe your mom. And it was just like, maybe your mom was just trying to get in contact with you like one more time. And I was just like, okay, well, that's not creepy at all, you know, a ghost calling me. Like, we just put her, you know, we just buried her. So like it was really weird. So, and ever since then, like I can always feel my mom's like present. So yeah, so this was just like a really short story time, because like it was just really like it wasn't even a conversation. It was just like the fact that my mom's ghost had called me. So yeah, don't forget that my giveaway ends October 6th, which is this Friday, if you have not entered already. If you haven't seen that video, I will link that video down below, and so you can know how to enter and what prizes the winner will get. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Princess, stop licking my socks. Look at my socks. Okay, anyway. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. Don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms. I will leave those names in the description box. And if you're coming up here, come on, so you can say goodbye. Come on. Come on. You gotta say bye to everybody. So you're not gonna come right here? Okay, cool. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Say bye, princess. Say bye. Okay, give me a kiss. Mwah.